What's up, champs? Welcome back to the channel. Let's jump straight into today's MMA news. Jon Jones spoke about Khamzat and reflected on a moment that caught a lot of attention. Jones acknowledged that the takedown Khamzat hit on him was absolutely legit, and he even took to X to share his thoughts. He wrote that the takedown was real, explaining that Khamzat was in tremendous shape and that there was only so much he could do while standing on concrete. Jones added that Khamzat was a great host during his time in Chechnya, saying he would never forget the experience or the hospitality he received. When asked more directly about what he thinks of Khamzat as a person, Jones described their interaction in a very positive light. He said they shared a great dinner together and that Khamzat came across as humble, focused, and incredibly driven. Jones noted that despite all the fame and the intensity surrounding his career, Khamzat maintained a grounded attitude, something Jones said he respected deeply. Jones also shared a moment from the end of their dinner, where Khamzat told him he had to drive 4 hours back to the mountains just to continue training that same night. For Jones, that level of commitment said everything. It showed a fighter who isn't relying on hype or reputation, but is instead fueled by hard work and discipline. Jones made it clear that his impression of Khamzat was nothing but positive, not only as an athlete, but as a... Before we continue, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. Moving on to another news, Garry has finally explained what really happened during his unexpected altercation with Khamzat at UFC Qatar, giving fans clarity on a moment that quickly went viral. In his interview with Ariel Helwani, Garry said the entire situation started as a simple, respectful exchange, but a misunderstanding turned it into something far more chaotic. According to him, he had been congratulating members of Khamzat's team after the event, offering them a handshake, a smile, and a few kind words. He then stepped back, took a breath, and noticed Khamzat nearby. Garry approached him with the same friendly energy, saying, "Oh hey, didn't see you there. Congratulations, good work tonight." He followed that up by asking, "When are we seeing you back?" To which Khamzat gave his usual confident response, "I don't know, brother. Anyone smash everybody," a line Garry recognized as typical Khamzat bravado. Garry said he gently placed his hand on Khamzat's shoulder, offering a casual, "See you later, bye," intending nothing more than respect and courtesy. He stepped away, took a sip of water, and prepared to leave. But when he turned around, a security guard was suddenly in front of him. Garry was confused, wondering why security felt the need to intervene when the interaction had been polite and calm. He said there was no hint of animosity, no tension, and certainly no sign that either man was about to throw hands. In that moment, Garry believes a language barrier may have caused the entire situation to spiral. He thinks Khamzat misunderstood the gesture or tone, interpreting it as something confrontational. Garry said that almost instantly, Khamzat's energy shifted, and he began cursing at him, throwing out insult. Moving on to another news, Jon Jones appears eager for a rematch after a clip of his exchange with Khamzat surfaced online. The original video was posted by Rizvan Idol Sultanov, and it quickly stirred conversations across the MMA world. According to the post, Jones wasn't thrilled with how the brief grappling moment looked, especially since the clip suggested Khamzat slightly got the better of him. The caption mentioned that Jones began shouting "No, no" loudly, clearly unhappy with the impression the video created. Things escalated when Alfredo Auditor stepped in and offered to put money on the table for a real official match. Without hesitation, Jones accepted, signaling that a legitimate grappling showdown between Jones and Khamzat might actually be on the horizon. Fans immediately began buzzing, wondering whether this friendly exchange in Chechnya could turn into a high-profile competitive matchup. The post hinted that both men tested each other's skills, and now everyone is waiting to see if the rematch becomes a reality. During his stay in Chechnya, Jones was treated like a superstar from the moment he arrived. The hospitality was overwhelming, with locals greeting him warmly and showcasing the pride they have for their region. In one moment captured on video, someone welcomed him by saying, "What's up, my guy?" before correcting the pronunciation to Chechen Republic. Jones laughed, enjoying the energy and respect shown to him throughout the trip. He was also shown an impressive collection of cars, with locals proudly saying, "This how we do it." At one point, Jones was even handed a mocked-up contract and told to just pretend, turning the moment into a humorous exchange. Overall, the visit left Jones feeling appreciated, and it added weight to the possibility of a future grappling match with Khamzat. Moving on to another news, Garry reacted to Khamzat's deleted tweet, a message that briefly stirred up the MMA community before disappearing from social media. During his conversation with Ariel Helwani, Garry was asked whether he had seen the tweet, and he initially said no. Helwani then read it out loud, quoting Khamzat's line, "White boy, you will not survive 1 minute in my world." Garry immediately brushed it off, saying he absolutely would survive, and pointed out the obvious irony that both he and Khamzat are white, leaving him unsure what Khamzat was trying to imply. He kept his tone calm but confident, explaining that none of the noise or theatrics changes his belief in his own abilities. Garry added that he has never doubted his capability to hold his own against anyone, no matter the weight class or setting. He made it clear he has no plans to move up to middleweight anytime soon, but if Khamzat genuinely wanted to make that happen, Garry would not shy away from the challenge. He emphasized that he doesn't need to prove anything to anyone, especially not at this stage of his career, but he is always ready if a real opportunity presents itself. Throughout the exchange, Garry repeated his mindset of anyone, anywhere, anytime, reinforcing the idea that he is prepared for any fight as long as it makes sense. He didn't take the deleted tweet personally, instead treating it as another moment of bravado that doesn't carry much weight. For him, the focus remains on staying sharp, staying prepared, and taking on whatever comes next with full confidence and composure. Moving on to another news, the MMA world erupted after rumors began circulating about a potential matchup between Alex Pereira and Carlos Ulberg for UFC 324. The speculation started when Timothy Wheaton from Low Kick MMA and Don posted on social media that, although not confirmed, they were hearing whispers of Pereira versus Ulberg being targeted for the January 24th card at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Wheaton made it clear from the first line that these were only rumors, yet that didn't stop fans from reacting instantly. The MMA community jumped on the story, creating a storm of mixed opinions, excitement, and confusion as the rumor picked up steam. The buzz grew so loud that Ariel Helwani had to address it directly on his own show. Helwani said he had seen the reports claiming Pereira versus Ulberg was set for the January 24th Paramount Plus card, but after checking with his sources, he was told the rumor simply wasn't true. According to him, the UFC's hope is still centered around the much bigger fight, Alex Pereira defending his title on the White House card against Jon Jones. Helwani emphasized that there had been zero discussions about Pereira fighting Ulberg, and that the original rumor had no real confirmation behind it. Helwani also clarified some other matchups surrounding the same event. He reiterated that Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes is being discussed for the card, though he isn't certain if it will be the only title fight featured. He added that Ilia versus Patty isn't being discussed at all at the moment, and that his stance on the situation has shifted after speaking directly with those involved. Helwani admitted that things in the UFC can change quickly, and that matchmaking is fluid, meaning the promotion could still call fighters later. Moving on to another news, Ilia made it clear that he will not be facing Arman anytime soon, and his recent interview with Spanish reporter Alvaro Colmenero highlighted exactly where his focus is right now. When asked who he wants next, Ilia did not hesitate, explaining that his top priority is a showdown with Islam, a fight he believes would push him into a new level of greatness. He said he wants to meet Islam either for the welterweight title or in a special pound-for-pound clash at a catchweight, something he feels the fans would embrace with massive excitement. Ilia emphasized that the challenge motivates him more than anything, and stepping up for a fight of that magnitude is what truly drives him at this point in his career. However, he also acknowledged that the UFC might decide not to let him move up immediately, and if that happens, he he is fully prepared to defend his lightweight belt. The name he mentioned was Paddy Pimblett, stating that if the promotion wants him to stay at lightweight, then defending against Paddy is the matchup he is ready to take. Ilia said that he respects Paddy's improvements, but sees himself as the superior fighter in every area, confident that he would deliver a dominant performance. He concluded by expressing that regardless of weight class, timing, or opponent, he is committed to proving he is the best fighter on the roster. He remains focused, disciplined, motivated, and ready to seize every opportunity the future offers today. Moving on to another news. A recent video that exploded across social media showed Jon Jones and Khamzat playfully wrestling in the street, but the moment shifted from lighthearted to shocking in seconds. Out of nowhere, Khamzat grabbed Jones, executed a clean entry, and pulled him down with a takedown that looked both powerful and effortless. What made the moment even crazier was the fact that Jones, throughout his entire UFC career, across light heavyweight and heavyweight, has only ever been taken down twice. Seeing someone of Khamzat's size and frame land a legitimate takedown on the greatest defensive grappler in UFC history sent the internet into a frenzy. Some fans brushed it off as simple friendly sparring, but Jones went on X and confirmed the takedown was real. He said Khamzat was in tremendous shape and that the moment wasn't staged or exaggerated. Jones even praised Khamzat's skill, acknowledging the technique and strength he felt during that split-second exchange. Meanwhile, Alex Pereira joined Greg Cali for a Sports Illustrated interview and naturally addressed the viral moment. As expected, he threw a subtle jab at Jones, pointing out that seeing Jones get taken down in such a playful setting only increased his interest in facing him one day. Pereira explained that his fascination with Jones comes from everything Jones represents: the legacy, the dominance, and the stature he holds in the sport. Pereira said his own name continues to grow, and a matchup with Jones would be massive for everyone involved. He even joked that maybe he could take Jones down too after watching that chaos unfold. Pereira also discussed the possibility of facing Khamzat in the future. He said the fight is on his radar, and he's even issued a small challenge. But he stressed that Khamzat still has work to do, especially when it comes to defending his belt. Pereira said there are plenty of contenders in his division, and even an option for him to move up to heavyweight. Facing Khamzat would be his last option, but it remains an option nonetheless.